This is My Life in Tech, where we sit down with young Africans who are building, creating, and developing the world through technology. I'm here with
Ofori-Bainn Kwamena.
Okay. And he's a mechanical engineering student who is also a self-taught web developer. So tell me, you're a mechanical engineering student and you're also into tech. How do you balance everything?
All right. So when it comes to the balancing, I think it's all about structure and prioritizing. So I prioritize my academic first, then coding second. So mostly, let's say when I come to school, during the first months, that's when I build apps and website the most. I get it. But then when it's getting to examination, I stop for a moment. But then during that 1 month that I'm building, so let's say I go to class, I have a class today, I go to class. If there's a free period, I make sure I do some coding, right? And after class too, I'll do some coding. I get me. So that's how I balance the academics with the coding.
Okay, that sounds very tedious and busy. So
yeah, very tedious. It's very stressful.
So what does a typical week look like for you?
Well, a typical week, it's kind of stressful, because humans, right? The academic, it's very stressful,
Yeah.
So mostly to prevent burnout, I put structures in place, right? So let's say I'm working on this project, maybe so in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to work on this project. Let's say the first week, I'm going to make sure I'm going to make an MVP, right? Then the second week, I do the implementation of this one. So every single day, I have what I do. I get it. Maybe this day, I'm going to do this. Tomorrow, I'm going to do this. Tomorrow, I'm going to do this. Or else I'll burn out. I get it.
Yeah.
So to prevent the burnout, I have to, put structures in place that will make it more easier for me.
Okay. I'd heard that you are self-taught in a lot of programming languages, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and now Django.
Yeah, Django.
How have you been able to do all of this, especially self-taught?
Well, so I started learning coding in 2024 after SHS. So I think a friend introduced me to coding. I wanted to be productive after SHS because they were waiting for the results and I was mostly at home doing nothing. So I said to myself, why don't I be productive in my time? So I reached out to a friend and he told me that he's coding. At that point, I didn't know what coding was. And he told me you can make websites with coding. So I said, okay, let me learn coding. So that's how I started to learn coding. So the first language I learned was HTML, followed by CSS. So when I came to school level 100, first semester, they taught us Python. So that's when my interest for coding started, right? That's when it started to get stronger. So we were learning Python, they were giving us assignments and I'll do it, and that built my confidence. So after that, I got to know that you can make a website with Python. But then I knew how Python was. I knew that no, you can't, it's going to be the backend. But then how do I connect the backend with the front end? So I went to see one T and he told me learn Django. So that's when I started to learn Django. So that's how come I know I think 3 languages and 1 framework. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So you said it was after SHS that you learned about coding and everything.
Yeah.
And there are people like you who are also done with SHS or maybe even a little later, they are now thinking of entering coding. What did you do personally that helped you to really enter coding? Did you go for classes? Did you just learn it by yourself?
Okay. Sure. So frankly speaking, I never did a course. I never paid for a course or something. Yeah. So all the languages I learned, I used free resources. So W3 Schools, Codecademy, and YouTube. I think I was following Tech with Tim and Bro Code on YouTube. Yeah, those were the 2 channels I was following. Okay. And I was using W3 Schools, to learn the Django, and the Python I was using Codecademy. So that's how I was learning. And HTML and CSS, I used an app on Play Store. So I was using free resources. I wasn't paying for any resource. Yeah.
So that means anyone at all can also
anyone at all. So far as you have internet connection, you can learn it.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, let's talk about one project that you have done. I heard you had created this trading platform. Can you tell us about it?
All right. So the trading platform is TradeTrack. The link will be in the video, right? So after you watch the video, you can go and check it out. So TradeTrack is a website. It's a trading journal for traders and forex traders. So you go there to track your trades, right? So if you're a forex trader, you can try trade track after we are done watching the interview. So you go to trade track, you see it has the trading the currency pairs. You select the pairs that you traded, then you input the stop loss. They take profit, the stop loss, entry and all that. Then after that, you select whether it was a profit or it was a loss, and you give the loss size. It will calculate the loss, the money that you lost. Are you getting me? So after the month or something, after the week or something, it's going to give you analytics of your trading. So, and depending on the information that you feed it, right, it's going to give you analytics. Maybe it's going to tell you, okay, so you mostly lose trade because you're overconfident. So that's how the analytics works. So that's how Trade Track helps improve like traders. So you can try it out after the interview. Yeah.
Okay. So trade track, right?
Okay.
And when you built it, was it towards, you see how Africa here, we are now gearing towards technology, innovation. What you built, was it for Africa like in general, or is it for like a broader scale?
Well, I would say it wasn't for Africa in general. It was for a broader scale, right? It's for every forest trader. So a forest trader in Australia can use, a forest trader in Asia can use. Everybody, so far as you're on Earth, you can use the trade track. So it wasn't built for, the target audience wasn't Africans or Ghanaians. It's for everybody. So far as you have internet connection and you trade, you can use trade track. It's free to use. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Okay.
That's very interesting.
So, a mechanical engineering student and also a coder, those are two different parts. How does everyone around you take it? Your family, your course mates, how's it going for you?
Well, most of the times when my course mates get to know that, so some people know me as a programmer. They don't know me as a mechanical engineer.
Okay.
So when they get to know that I'm a mechanical engineer, Charlie, mechanical, it's mechanical, it's under the code.
Yeah.
You see that thing? Yeah. Because like they are two stressful things, very difficult to do.
Yeah.
So most of the times when people get to know that I'm trading, I code and I'm a mechanical engineer, sometimes they are like, wow, you're forcing Charlie and things. And also, I think my family, they know that. I think only my sister and my dad knows I code, but then, we could. So, but then it's cool.
Okay. So, trade track. I just thought about it. I was like, since for a broader scale, where do you want to take it in future? Do you want it to be a very huge trading platform?
Yeah.
Or do you want to build more upon it?
I'm actually planning to scale it up, right? So I have a target, right? So I'm working with my team. Right now, I'm trying to make an update, right? I'm trying to upgrade the sites. I'm trying to add new features. So like learn Forex and all that, Forex strategies and all that. Yeah, I'm trying to integrate that into Trade Track, right? So right now, if you go, those upgrades are not there yet. But then I'm working with my team to bring it very soon. But then I have a target, to scale it up in the next 6 months. At least reach like 1,000 active users in the next 6 months. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's big. That's
very big, but it's achievable.
Of course it is. Yeah, of course. Okay. And this trade track, did AI help you to create it?
Oh, of course, I used AI.
Okay.
Because I can't hand code everything on my own. Like,
That's true.
I'm a mechanical engineer.
Of course.
I came here to study, so you see, so I can't hand code everything by myself. So sometimes I use AI, to speed up the process. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned interest in full stack development and AI.
Yeah.
So what's a future project going to look like? Are you going to be building something bigger? Are you going to be working with other teams? How is it going to be looking like?
Oh, for now, I'm focusing on building my skills, getting to be a good full stack developer and solve more problems. But then, if I get opportunity to work with people, I will, because collaboration and connections and all that helps to make it. There's a famous quote by Isaac Newton which goes like, "If I'd ever seen father, it's because I was standing on the shoulders of giants." So meaning that connections and working with collaborating with people helps you to go further. There's this quote by, I don't know the person. I think it's a famous quote. He says that if you want to go, if you want to go far, go alone. But then if you want to go further, go with somebody else. Yeah. So collaborating will help me to achieve my goals faster. So if I get a team to work with, why not?
Okay. So, from everything you said, it looks like you've turned your interests into your projects and into stuff that you want to build for people, not just yourself. So, how did you make that work for you? I'm not saying advice. You've already given a bit of advice, but what did you do to turn your interests into your projects?
Okay, so I think I took a conscious effort into learning learning the coding, I guess. So actually, I was supposed to start full stack like that. I was supposed to start like earlier because first semester was when they told me to learn, but then I delayed. So after that, I said, no, let me take a conscious effort. Let me be conscious. Let me be intentional about what I was doing. So then I started, I structured, every month or every 3 months, I'm going to work on a project. So if you want to be like a good product, be intentional about what you are doing. Set a target. Maybe at the end of the month, I want to build 5 projects. And how do I build that in 12 months? Set a target and be intentional. Make sure you reach your goals. I think that will help a lot. Yeah, so that's what helped me a lot. I was intentional about what I was doing.
Okay. And what about people that also want to become like, there are people, who are at where you were back then when you were, also starting up, when you were juggling mechanical engineering and also about to code. Do you have anything for them apart from what you've just said right now?
Well, if you're let's say if you're a programmer like me, you are now figuring out what to do. I think go with your passion. If you have passion for something, you'll be more creative about it. Don't go into it because some people go into it to make money. That's fine, but then I think if passion supersedes that, right? If you have passion in something, you'll be more creative about it. I get me. So get passion. Make sure you develop that passion for something. If you don't have the passion for it, don't go into it. But then if you have the passion for it, go into it. Be creative about what you are doing, and I believe you excel. Yeah.
Okay. So after all you said, do you have any last words for anybody that is viewing this video right now?
Well, I'll say that be confident about what you are doing. Whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. That's a powerful quote by Napoleon Hill. So be confident about what you are doing. Have the mentality that you can succeed in it, and you succeed. Okay. And also, there will be a link in the video description. Some of my projects, so you can check some of my projects out. I have other project, Engineer Convert, for converting mathematical calculations and those SI units and all that. So there are lots of projects there. I'll say there will be a link in the description, so you can check it out. Thank you very much.
All right. So yeah, check it out. I'm sure it will be very innovative and to help you to really decide on what you want to do. But this is what we're talking about here, about bringing young people who are really driving tech as it's supposed to be in Africa here. This is My Life in Tech by Bass Chats, signing out.
Don't forget to try Tree Track. Thank you very much.